Hi, it's Emily Lee, part of Art from the Heart, and today I'm going to create a holiday card using the paper Smooches stamp set Enchanted Elves. I recently purchased this Glitz paper pack, and it has such gorgeous papers. They're not specifically geared toward Christmas, but I thought a couple of them would work really well for a holiday card, so I'm going to base my card off of these colors. First, I cut out a piece of watercolor paper, and then I'm going to stamp the little girl elf and the deer. I thought it would be really cute to have them touching noses, so I think I may have to trim out some of the rubber so I can bend them towards each other. Sometimes I do this to increase the versatility of my stamps. Don't be afraid to do this to your stamps. It's not going to hurt the way they stamp at all. It'll just allow you to position them differently. I think I may have to create a mask for the girl. So what I'm going to do is get this masking paper and make sure she's stuck on there really well. And I'll ink her up. Now you'll notice that when you bend stamps, some parts do not get ink on them, so that's okay. All you have to do is take a marker and finish off the lines. Now I'll cut them out. I mostly need the left side of her, which is her front side, so I don't have to be so neat about trimming out the entire image. I'm going to save this mask, so at some point I may actually finish trimming her out. Okay, so that's good enough for now. And I am going to place her on top of the watercolor paper to stamp the deer, because I want the deer to be behind her somewhat. At least I want the deer's antlers to be behind her. I'll be fussy cutting them, so it's not that important that they're not straight on the paper. I'm going to have him looking up towards her. So let's ink up this reindeer. And again, you'll see where the ink doesn't really adhere to the stamp, but that's okay. And as it turns out, I didn't need that mask anyways, but that's alright. It'll come in handy. There you go. To color my image, I just received these transparent watercolor papers. The colors are so pretty. I'm just going to try a few of them out and see how they look. So now that I've found a nice brown that I like for her hair, I'm slowly watercoloring the image. Not too concerned about it being perfect. Now to pick a color for the deer. Alright, so in doing that I found a color that would work really well for the deer. this is the paper that I'm putting on the top of the card, so I'm looking for something that might match that. I may have to combine these two. Yes. So I will combine these two reds to match this pattern paper. I think I'm just going to create the lightest shadow and hope for the best. Maybe a little pink on her cheeks would be nice. So after I've fussy cut everything, I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and remove the little portions. So now we have our image all ready to adhere to the card. I've already cut my card base, and I'm going to attach the pattern paper to it. These two really make me smile, so I think I will use the smile sentiment. And I just have to determine where I'm going to stamp it and do that before adhering the elf and the reindeer to the card. So I think that's where I will have them, and then I'll get out my block. So that's done, and I will put the stamps away. The last thing I want to do is put some foam tape on the back. And to get it perfectly standing on the base, I will stand the card up and hold the images right up against the edge and then press down. So there's that, and I want to add some twine, so I'm going to grab this black burlap string and I think I would like to have it right there. So I'm going to grab my 1/8 of an inch hole punch and make a small notch, and that is going to hold the twine in place. I'm going to tie my bow right above where it says smile. I'm going to loop it around twice like this. And what I like to do is place a teeny tiny blue dot right under the knot of the bow so that it stays in place. So there's my finished card. I hope you like it. Thanks so much for watching.